Okay, for the entree, I basically flipped a coin between chicken and pork, and I landed on chicken. Okay, so what we're going to do is I have 4 boneless chicken breasts right here before me, okay? I also have some jalapeno peppers, and these are just pickled jalapenos, so no big deal. And I also have some salsa, just whatever salsa you like. What we're going to do is we're going to actually stuff this chicken with the salsa and the jalapenos. It's very simple, very easy, and you're going to love it. Okay, as always, the first things first, we're going to go ahead and look at our chicken. We're going to cut any obvious fat off of there. Small piece right there. A little bit right there. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 of these on camera and do the rest off camera, of course. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Let's trim that as well. There we go. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that whole piece off. Okay. Now, as usual, you're going to need a very sharp knife and be very, very careful. We're just going to go ahead and just slice the breast just about in half. You don't want to go too deep, because the idea is you're just trying to make a pocket here, of course. Just like this. Excellent. Okay. Here we go. We've got a nice deep pocket in there, as you can see. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the next one. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that piece right off. Check for fat. A little bit right there we can trim. Close enough. These are going on the grill, and the grill tends to burn a lot of fat anyway, so you don't have to be too crazy about this, but here we go. I'm going to split one more, just like this. Just make a great pocket in there. You want to try not to go all the way through. You also want to be mindful of bottoming out there. You don't want to do that either, which this one actually turned out very well. Good deal. Okay, here we go. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put 3 or 4 jalapeno slices in there. I like it pretty spicy myself, so the hot sauce is really going to set this stuff on fire, by the way. Now here we go with some salsa, and you can just kind of spoon it in, fork it in, whatever. Just like this. You know, whatever your favorite brand is, just as long as it's chunky, that's the ticket. Okay, all right. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and fold this bad boy over. Try to keep all of our stuff in there if we can. It's salsa, so some of it's going to leak out, so don't worry about that so much. Kind of the nature of the beast. We're going to pin it together with some toothpicks. About 4 of them should work. Something like that. Oops. And again, don't worry about the oozing, believe me. If you put plenty of it in there, and that's the ticket, you want to really be generous with it in there. You're going to have plenty of salsa stuffing in that bad boy. Don't worry about it. We're going to do the second one. Okay. Cut through a little bit right there, but that's okay. Let's go the peppers. These are going to be a very big hit, and I tell you, they're very low in calories. They're very high in protein. They really are excellent. Good for any diet. You know, just about. I mean, I can't imagine a diet plan that wouldn't be okay with this. And here we go, toothpicks. Just like that. Make sure you go all the way through, of course. Excellent. Now, the ticket is the hot sauce that we just made, okay? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some of that to these as well. I'm going to go ahead and basically brush this on. Now you can pour it on, you can dab it on, whatever, but I prefer the brush. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of. Okay, I got the hot sauce out of the fridge and it's been in there for about 45 minutes. It's not something that you need to refrigerate right away, but I just do, just out of habit. And I just have a regular, just a kitchen paintbrush here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brush this on my meat. And you wanna brush it on kind of sparingly because, to be honest with you, it's got quite a bite to it. And it might be a little bit too much for some folks, but if you like the hot stuff, this is where it's at. Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and grill these guys for about, I'm going to do about 4 minutes each side, okay? 4 minutes, then I'm going to flip them, another 4 to 5 minutes, then I'm going to flip them again. So they're going to go for about 13 minutes, something like that. You don't want to overcook and you want to flip off, and remember that. It's very important. I'm going to go ahead and paint this down as well, both sides. Oh, this already smells good. You're going to love it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the other two off camera, and we're headed out to the grill. Okay, we're at the grill. Now we are losing the light right now, unfortunately, so I have a couple of artificial lights up. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook our chicken. I've got my grill set at about medium to medium low, and I'm going to go ahead and go about 4 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them. Probably let them go about 5 minutes and then flip them again, but we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to toss a couple of chilies on there as well. Just roast those. So here we go. Just going to kind of lay them on there like that. Oh yeah. Grill is good and hot. Just like so. Now my chilies I'm actually going to set off to the side a little bit because I have this burner setting a little bit lower just for these guys, okay? Because I don't want to cook them to death. So I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Okay, we've been about 4.5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip these guys over. And I also took the liberty of bringing out our hot sauce that we just made because we're going to go ahead and paint them again while they're on the grill. Oops. Set them off to the side. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and paint them again. Just give them a quick brush. Just like so. Just kind of make sure that it all gets properly covered in there. Oh, that smells good already. Especially for those folks that like spicy, this is going to do it for you right here. In fact, if you don't like it real spicy, I suggest not painting them again because the sauce, it does have a bite. Chilies. We're still good there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close back up, and we're going to wait about 5 minutes, and we're going to check them again. Okay, it's been about 5.5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a look. Yep, they're ready to turn. So we're just going to go ahead and give them a quick diagonal flip with the little sear marks on there, just like that. Just like so. Oh, that smells awesome. This is huge. And if you want to paint them again, you can. I'm going to go ahead and turn our chilies as well. Kind of just give them a flip. Here we go. Yeah. Just like that. Doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And we're going to go ahead and do a hot sauce painting real quick. I'm going to probably leave these on here for I'll probably leave them on for about 2 minutes. These are pretty thick breasts, so then I'll probably flip them one more time for about a minute, something like that. We're looking at a cook time. I'm guessing about 14 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. You just kind of have to use your instinct sometimes when we're on the grill. So I'm going to go ahead and close down. Let me adjust this one right here a little bit, just like so. I'm going to close the grill, and I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay, I went ahead and I checked them during the break, and I did flip them one more time. Actually, I flipped the meat and the chilies one more time, and I let them stand there for about 2 minutes, so they should be able to come off. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, turn my grill off, and make sure that you do that, because safety first, always, of course. And let's have a look. Oh my, that looks good. It smells wonderful. This is game day the healthy way. You can really smell the heat coming off that hot sauce. And our chilies. Oh yeah, nice and soft, a little bit crispy, just the way I like them. Okay, we're back in and everything looks and smells delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and cut one of these guys open for you, put it on a plate just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. And as usual, and of course, you wanna make sure that you take out your toothpicks first and try to count them when you put them in, because that way you know how many to take out. In this case, I had 4, I know that, so I have 4 toothpicks, we're good. All right, here we go. Yum, very tender. Oh yeah, excellent. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to my favorite part, the taste, of course. Here we go. It should have a pretty good bite in it. This hot sauce that we made is actually pretty heavy duty, so it's not for the timid for certain. Here we go. Oh, that smells hot. This is going to be excellent for game day. It's very high in protein, very low in fat, very cheap on calories, almost no sodium. You're just going to love this. And as usual, this and every other recipe that I do can be found at www.thebuffchef.com. And stay tuned for the rest of the Super Bowl episodes.